am I speaking to right now?
Cameron.
My name's
Cameron.
Cam Buford.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. I'm hanging on my man Cameron Buford.
You got some good questions today.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
There's always room for improvement.
I'm more a fan of boxing. Boxing is my main sport.
All we want to see every year are the best two mothers getting in the ring and getting on.
I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Think about it like this: the promoter pays the fighter, the fighter pays the manager.
Okay.
So the manager works for the fighter, and the fighter works
for the promoter. Okay.
So you are lifting weights currently?
When he said it's easier to score in the NBA versus Europe, did you agree with them?
To me, it's easy to score all over the world.
Can I finish? Do you want me to speak or do you want to conduct the interview and answer for me? Which one?
What do you think about this upcoming?
Aaron, like I was saying before.
Aaron, what has the game of baseball taught you?
One of the biggest things is being humble.
Can you give a message to the kids to kind of persevere through the false teachings they may be giving?
Patience.
Okay.
Patience.
As the show Voice of the
Oh
Fan
my goodness!
continues to
I'm in
evolve,
tears.
Come on, you were adding some spice to it.
it is strictly banter back and forth between myself and Cameron Buford.
I enjoy all of it.
The real ones know what's going on, right?
Never mind.
Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape, and then you tell me if it was all about just a system.
You look like a buffoon.
Go do your research. Go do your study.
I'm not caught up to you guys yet. I do
Real, real surprised at that, Cam.
Hey, come here. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, this guy.
That's what's good in sports, man. It's Big Snoop Dogg, man.
That's what's good in sport.
Thank you for making our voice your choice.
If you haven't told your girlfriend about the show, tell her about the show. If you haven't told your boyfriend about the show, tell him about the show. If you haven't told your cousin, your uncle, your grandfather about the show, let everybody know about the Voice of the Fans podcast.
Hey, man, thanks for making our voice your choice. You know how we do. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy holidays to everybody listening to my voice and that can hear this show. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. The show, if it wasn't for the fans and it wasn't for the likes and the comments, I don't know if I can continue to do this show, but I got them. Thank you guys for tuning in. Give yourself a round of applause. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. As you already know, this is your man Cam. We're going to talk a lot of NBA. We got the NBA Cup. Are you guys excited about the NBA Cup? We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into also, do we like the NBA? Do we like a dynasty? Do we like what OKC is doing, how they're just running through the league? This kind of feels like last time I felt like this was 2017 when KD joined the Warriors. Did we enjoy that? I mean, obviously they were coming off the finals loss, setting their NBA record for wins in a season, but then lost in the finals. But do we enjoy it? Are we enjoying what OKC is doing? We're going to get into that, and I want you guys' feedback. Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up at _Voice of the Fans. Do we enjoy a dynasty or a team like OKC Thunder just running through the NBA? And then, as you guys know anything about it, this can continue on for years. It has a chance to continue on for years. Is this something we appreciate? Is this something we enjoy? Or do we want to see random winners? You guys let me know what you guys think. I'll give you my opinion later. So, once again, thank you to Voice of the Fans podcast. This is week 362 of this iteration of the Voice of the Fans podcast. We've been doing it. We were doing it via telephone once before. We had different platforms that we were using before, but now on YouTube we're up to 364 episodes, and I thank each and every one of you guys who can hear my voice for your participation and appreciation and your likes and dislikes of the show. Give me some comments. Let me know if you truly enjoy the show, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in nonetheless. This past week in the NFL, man, let's dive right into it. Jahmyr Gibbs did up the Cowboys last week. We had the Steelers and the Ravens, where Pittsburgh came back. Rodgers had a rushing touchdown, which looked impressive. The Ravens just can't get it together for whatever reason. Coaching, we're going to talk about some coaches on the hot seat. Lamar not being able in rhythm, whatever the case may be. The Ravens just can't get it together right now. We also have fans. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Clevie Wonder, who's been hiding out in the Northwest. What's going on, big guy?
Oh, man, chilling. So with you, big dog.
Oh, man, we appreciate you for tuning in, man. Happy holidays.
Wow.
Man, what's your kind of unexpected? What's your takeaway of the NFL this season, man? We're obviously 14 weeks in. We're not going to talk about your fantasy squad, but we're going to talk about what's happening on the real field now. What's your major takeaway this season?
The major takeaway has been, I think a lot of the favorites have disappointed people. Certainly, yeah.
I kind of lost you there. Maybe we got a faulty connection.
You got me?
Yeah. I heard you say a lot of favorites have disappointed some people. I think you went into your comments.
Yeah, so, the Kansas City Chiefs fighting for their playoff lives. The Philadelphia Eagles all of a sudden, falling apart, looking very much like the implosion a few years ago. So, and a lot of parity in the NFC and very top heavy, to be perfectly honest with you. So that's been kind of a surprise.
So are you surprised by teams not KC not being able to compete, or their lack of competition that they're doing this year? Because I think we're seeing a lot of the same in KC situations specifically. We're seeing a lot of this what we saw last year. It's just last year they were converting those close games into W's. This year they're not turning those narrow margins were wins, and this year they're not wins. So the ball kind of bounces towards the fame features the bold, and they haven't been bold. And dare I say that Patrick Mahomes hasn't looked like the best quarterback ever?
Well, I mean, you were quick to anoint him, as the GOAT for several years now, and now maybe it's regressing back to the mean. I think it really has to do more with the fact that their offensive line is not great. Their running game has been horrible, and they don't have any dynamic receivers. I mean, Rashee Rice came back, 6-7 weeks into the fold. The Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy experiment. I mean, Xavier's really, really fast, but he's not very big, and they are playing NFL football, so.
I mean, you were right on Hollywood Brown not having an impact. I thought that was a match made in heaven right there. And he hasn't taken off in all his years there. And that concerns me because, yes, I was quick to anoint Patrick Mahomes as being the greatest quarterback that I've seen. And I'm still willing to say that he's the greatest quarterback that I've seen. Every quarterback that you and I would mention in competition for that crown didn't win a Super Bowl every year. So I'm safe to say that. However, I would expect him to make Hollywood Brown better. I would expect him to make Xavier Worthy.
I think he has. I think he's made.
I don't know. I don't. Are they that trash? Are they that trash that this is all he can get out of them? Is that orange? That sour?
We're seeing the ceiling of who those players are.
Come on. You just named Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice came in late, but that's kind of to expect him to turn it around. I think they were desperate by that time, and really for him to come around. So he came in late. Obviously, Kelsey had a humongous drop off What's one of your favorite terms, Cleavon? You can tell the people right now. What's one of your favorite terms?
Football players age in dog years.
And we have seen him age. Now, I don't want him to come back and say we need a parade. You need a going away party. You need a going away parade. Kelsey, go enjoy some concerts all over the world, buddy. Go listen to some good music all over the world and forget about the NFL, because certainly that's what you've been doing the last season anyway. But we named none of those receivers are Brown from the New England. Trey Brown from New England Patriots, who they had playing cornerback and receiver. None of those guys we mentioned are him. I would pick either one of those guys before I pick Trey Brown. You know what I'm talking about, who played for New England Patriots. Tony Brown. What's my guy's name?
I think you're talking about Tony Brown. Yeah.
I would have picked either one of these guys that the Chiefs has had before Tony Brown. Yet, dare I say it? I hate that I'm saying this. Brady was able to get more production out of these no-name guys than these name guys that Mahomes has got. Am I wrong in saying that? I'm not wrong in saying that.
As we're kind of, coming to the end of the road, so to speak, unless the Chiefs do something miraculous, and it doesn't think they're going to be able to do that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has never not played in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, this is
time in his starting career, so that's remarkable. So to say that he hasn't been able to get the most out of them, I don't necessarily believe that. I think he just needs better receivers, and sometimes you see what you're able to do with a little bit, and you think you can just milk it, squeeze it for all it's worth, and then sometimes it's just you just run out of juice.
I think they're out of juice, and like you say, if they can get a running game, would go a long way to helping them out. A couple a healthy linemen would help them out. So we'll see how they revamp and regroup for next season. Do you believe in the Bills fall off, or are the Bills going to be ready for a playoff run? It's kind of now or never with this team, isn't it?
Man, the whole AFC is a question mark, and no, I'm not sold on them. The way
it's full sold on Buffalo. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about your guy Peyton and the Broncos.
We'll stick with the Patriots for now. So my thoughts on that whole Peyton thing, but yeah, I mean they look great. As a gambler, I was very high on them after they beat the Chiefs, but I had this thing, and I still went with them anyways. I had this thing just itching at the back of my mind. Like, as soon as they win a big game, they have this incredible fall off. And they went down to Miami, and
wait. And you say they overlooked in the Dolphins? Is that what you come on my show to say they overlooked the Dolphins?
So listen, hear me out. So they went down there and they were losing, right, at halftime, right? And then they started looking like the Bills again. I'm like, okay, that's the Bills I know. And then Josh Allen tries to reach for a first down, fumbles the ball, and gives the ball away, and then the whole game just turns around. It's like, okay, Josh Allen is famous for doing this his entire career. Was hoping this was the year that he can put all the things together, and maybe it still is, but no, they're very vulnerable. Right. However, that being said, as I'm looking at the playoff seeding and how it potentially can go, once everything gets settled, I still think he will be the best quarterback in the AFC once the playoffs start. But what does that really mean? It hasn't really converted to wins. He's never been to a Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is now or never for these guys. With the Chiefs out of the way, with it being kind of wide open, and the only reason I say it's wide open is because the Patriots are right there. You can't ignore what the Patriots are doing. And I know you're not quick to jump on somebody's bandwagon, but we're in week 15 now. They're 11-2. Are the Patriots? You have to respect what's going on there, whether you like Drake May or not. One of my big things that I told you, coaching matters. What has Mike Vrabel went up there and done? He went in there and cracked the whip and got those guys in line, and we're seeing the Patriots of old. And sadly for me, looks like the rebirth of a new dynasty in New England, with some young players. What do you see out of New England? I know you're not ready to say it's wide open, or excuse me, I know you're not ready to say that. I doubt you're giving New England credit for what they're doing, and you're going to say you want to see more.
Good looking player.
Gus and DJ. I know you're not likely to give New England credit for what they're doing, but what do you think about their season thus far?
No, they're doing great. They're doing fantastic. They're doing a whole lot of things in that Vrabel system that has definitely shown what they're capable of. I guess I feel bad for Jared Mayo more.
Gerard Mayo.
Maybe he's over his head, and like this is just way too much responsibility for him. And I think it looks like Robert Kraft was doing him a solid, and then once he got somebody that really knows,
right. Once he became that was dirty. Once Vrabel became available, Mayo was safe until Vrabel came.
No, he was available when they hired Mayo.
He was available, but he took a year off. He took a breather.
Yeah,
he took a year off.
So once they had Jared Mayo for a season, they're like, "Nah, let's go get this." It's not that he calmed the waters. It's like, no, he, navigated this ship to like number one in the AFC. So that's great. But back to your question, no, I don't fear the Patriots. I don't think
I knew that. I already knew that. So go ahead and let everybody know why you don't fear the Denver Broncos, who have one of the best defensive in the AFC, who have a quarterback very similar to Drake May, who can make all the throws. You like those quarterbacks who can make all the throws. Has he washed Wait. Has Bo Nix washed the green and yellow off of him? Is that all you see?
No.
Is that all you see is green and yellow?
Okay, so now I'm back. So what do I always say happens as the season progresses? What do you get too much of?
The playbook. That's what the film.
Too much tape. You see what this person can't do, and for the last, I would say maybe 4 weeks. Wow. They have not been happy with that dude, but that defense is awesome, and it keeps them in every game, and they've been playing some teams that aren't very good. We're in December. I'm not saying that Denver's not built for adverse weather because they play in Denver, but you're going to get some better teams, some more adverse weather.
So
they're probably going to cakewalk to the AFC West title, but maybe even to the number one seed. But after that, they're going to see some really good teams, and they're not a really good team.
So to your point, they've been playing a lot of favorable opponents, is what you're saying, and they have a favorable.
They've been winning some games in some really weird ways. It started with the Giants, the Cow. I mean, they've been like, wow, how did you win that game?
Exactly what I was saying about the Chiefs. The Chiefs last year, the Chiefs played that same. But they did the same program, if you will, all the way to the Super Bowl.
The difference is they did it to the tune of 15-2, and they were a Super Bowl champion doing it. This is the Denver Broncos doing it. And they were doing it with Pat Mahomes at quarterback. This team is doing it with Bo Nix at quarterback.
They're 11-2. They're 11-2. At what point do they accumulate so many wins that you have to say this is who they are. Isn't that what Bill Parcells, the big tuna, says? Your record says you are who your record says you are.
And he
this
was
is
wrong.
him.
And he was wrong.
The tuna was wrong.
He was wrong.
Oh man, my goodness, the fans miss you. The fans miss you when you say the tuna was wrong. Okay. At what point do you accumulate so many wins throughout the season that you have this callus built up that you can come back from close, that you can come back because you've done that before? At what point do you lean on that experience? At what point did that experience matter?
Signature win against a good team.
I'm sorry?
A signature win against a good team.
No. They've done it 11 different times. 11 different times they have left the field with their finger in the air, or they left the field with the W in that column.
And again, what I said was they don't have these signature wins against a good team.
And I'm saying to you, if that's what you want to say, I mean, they beat the Super Bowl champions, the Eagles. They did do that, or does that not count in their 10-game winning streak? Does that not count? They beat both teams who competed in the Super Bowl last season. Neither one of those wins count?
The Denver Broncos will not be in the Super Bowl. We can continue.
No. I'm not saying they're going to be in the Super Bowl. You're saying a signature win against a good team will get your attention. And what I'm saying to you is they beat both teams that competed in the Super Bowl last season. They beat them both. And neither one of those are good enough wins for you?
No.
Again, at what point when you rack up 10 wins in a row and you have these narrow margins, a 3-point win against Houston, a 3-point win against Las Vegas, a 3-point win against the Chiefs, a 1-point win against the Commanders, a 7-point win against the Raiders. At what point do you have confidence? Now we can play in close games because we've done that before.
Did you notice that you said the Raiders twice and the Commanders once? And who else did you say?
Again, but
the Raiders twice.
I also said the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you familiar with those guys?
Okay.
The Georgia Eagles. Are you familiar with those guys? I also said the Kansas City
watch
Chiefs.
That again. That was weird. But you see the way the Philadelphia Eagles are spiraling out of control. So are you going to count that as a signature win?
I mean, they beat them in week 5. I mean, I beat them in. That's what I'm asking you. At what point do you At what point do you give them credit though? That's what I'm saying to you. They're 11-2. And they're 11-2. And Lord knows if I'd have talked to you 2 weeks ago, how you would have just been shitting all over the coach as well.
Every good AFC team is like, man, can we play the Broncos?
Hey, the Broncos got a good defense. They're not asking. Okay, we got a good one. We had a good one last weekend. Let's talk about your guy Caleb. We haven't had a chance to talk about your development of Caleb Williams and what you've seen from him all season long.
He's been in the fire. He's had some really crazy opportunities to do some things, and sometimes he does it and sometimes he doesn't. But those guys are 10-4, and coming into this weekend, they were the number 1 seed in the NFC. So
that's the same thing. That's the same thing I was saying about Bo Nix and the Broncos. But you don't want to. You sound like you were more willing to give Caleb some credit than Bo Nix. Bo Nix is having a better season than Caleb Williams.
Has more arm talent than Bo Nix.
Oh my goodness gracious! Bo Nix is having a better season.
At the same time, you didn't let me finish. I would not be surprised if the Bears implode and don't make the playoffs. I think they were playing over their skis for quite a while, and the schedule is not favorable to them. And these games are real important. So we'll see what they're able to do. I am not 100% confident. I've been Caleb's biggest proponent and, cheerleader for a long, long time, but I do see the limitations to his game, and, he is what he is. And
I mean, he shows moments. He shows moments.
But sometimes not enough. Sometimes he shows,
oftentimes not enough.
That weirdness, right? So yeah. So no, I'm no longer sold on Caleb as the prodigal son. He's going to revolutionize the league. Blah blah blah. No.
Oh wow! First year with a new coach.
Oh, as Ben Johnson has said, I threw a lot on his plate, a lot to absorb all at once, and he's done a good job of that. But yeah,
I'm not going to let you just throw Caleb out like that. Now, I mean, I wasn't a big Caleb fan, but I can at least admit that Caleb has shown moments to have Bear fans excited. If I was a Bear fan, you can't just discard Caleb like that.
It may not be this year, though, is all I'm saying. And, I'm hoping that they make the playoffs just because I don't want to see Chicago fans just be that disappointed in, the swoop that looks imminent.
Well, there's not a lot of real sports fans in Chicago, so I'm not sure. I mean, we may be just talking to ourselves about that. You know how I feel about going to Chicago and have to walk around to find a boxing match. But nonetheless, I think Caleb Williams has shown enough moments that they can be excited about what the future is. I think having the number one seed, I guess, last season or last week, being number one in the NFC, I think that was over their skis. I didn't think they earned it with the record, but I didn't consider them the number one team in the NFC. And speaking of number one team in NFC, I mean, who is the number one team in the NFC, would you say?
It's the Los Angeles Rams.
No, look at some objectivity. Or is that objectivity, or you not wanting to curse your Seahawks? Which one is it? Because Sam Darnold, I will tell you now. I will tell you. I will tell you. These last few weeks have not been the best of Sam Darnold's work. I don't know if you noticed that or not. I've been so enamored with this defense is doing, shutting cats out, and what the special teams is doing with the block punts, and you got Imawari out there doing his thing, blocking field goals. Have you noticed the spiraling of Sam Darnold?
Well, again, there's a lot of tape out there, and they know they know what they need to do to disrupt him. The question is, do you have the personnel to do it? And we shall see down the last couple of weeks here.
And what's happened to the running game? Just as I was trying to give Charbonnet some respect, some credit at the beginning of the season, he's regressed to the mean. And your guy Kenneth Walker in his fifth year, still trying to run the bubble. I mean, he's still. I like what McDaniel did a few weeks ago by not starting. They started Charbonnet. 2 weeks ago, they started Charbonnet. And when Kenneth Walker finally got the ball midway through the first quarter, I mean, he was running like his hair was on fire. That was a great strategy right there. But, I mean, he's still trying to run the bubble in the fifth year? Like, dude, you should know, hit the holes by now. Is the defense going to drag the Seahawks to the NFC title, or is it going to be the running game?
It will not be the running game. It will be the defense if they get there. And two things that I have noticed is that, number one, I see a lot of really big runs come back on holds. I think that Kenneth Watt holds. He would have a pretty decent season, but I am more than willing to draft a running back early next year.
Early, he says.
Especially in this offense. Yeah.
Oh, you mean one right now?
I don't think either one of them has proven ooh, that's the bell cow. That's the dude to give the ball to every time, and that's unfortunate. I mean, Kenneth Walker gets his opportunities, man. And
he does.
And it's sometimes he's cool, and sometimes he breaks that big run and comes back on a hole. It's if only he could have had that one, But I don't really like when you have to do that with your running back. Just get things done, and he's not that guy. Charbonnet is a great change of pace type of back, get the tough yards, and yeah, it's great, but no, we don't have a dynamic running game. We have a commitment to the running game, but that doesn't mean it's always really, really effective. But at the same time, that commitment to the running game opens up the play action and opens up what Jackson Smith and Jigba's been able to do all year. So
I think they kind of tricked us at the beginning of the season. McDaniel kind of tricked us and led us to believe that they were going to be a running team.
They are a running team.
Well, no, they're a passing team. They're a passing team that marauds themselves as a running team.
They're the highest rushing offense in the league.
Again, they make their hay.
How successful they've been is a different question.
Yeah, they make their hay passing the ball.
Running the ball is second to none.
Well, go. Why didn't they go get your boy from the Jets?
Because they thought that Kenneth Walker III and Charbonnet was good enough. They now understand it's not, and we'll see what they do in the offseason.
Well, speaking of not enough, is the Colts have had quarterback injuries, and I guess just Richardson is never going to come back. Is he never going to play for the Colts again?
He's playing next year.
He's going to play next year?
Yeah.
So Phillip Rivers is going to he's not their long-term answer.
He's not the answer. No,
he's not their long-term answer. Do you want to see Phillip play on Sunday? I mean,
Cameron.
Come on, Phillip.
In my perverse mind, it's like, do you want to see Mike Tyson fight? Butterbean. It's like,
come on, Phillip.
Just to see what will happen, just to see the destruction, just to see how bad it can get. But wow,
last week.
But if I was a Phillip Rivers fan or a family member, I would say, please don't do that. Don't go out there against that defense, man.
It sounded like they're all excited to throw him right on out there, and it sounded like they flew up here thinking like this was a good idea. This was like I don't know, Mike McDaniel.
2 snaps. If Phillip Rivers is on the field, 2 snaps into it, he will be like, "What did I think I was getting myself into?"
I hope somebody asked the Mike McDonald. Yeah, excuse me. I hope somebody asked Mike McDonald. What do you think about Phillip Rivers?
No, they already did.
I mean, did he stop? Is he still laughing?
No, he's like, oh man, future Hall of Fame quarterback. We've watched film from the 2020 season. We've watched.
We got film from the 2020 season. When these guys, half of these guys were.
He's playing a team. He's playing this defense. They're not easy. If he gets on the field, they're not easing him into anything.
Oh my goodness!
And they have to win every game. So yeah, Devin Witherspoon and Nick Warren.
Do you think are the Colts really going to do this? Are the Colts really going to do this? I mean, this is going to be. This might be malpractice. Them throwing him out there to the wolves like this.
Yeah, that pep talk is like, it's misconstrued. It's like, did you explain with the defense that you're about to play?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, did they just say, okay, we got a game Sunday and don't worry about what the other team is doing, or did they tell them that we're actually playing against them? You're playing against some dogs. you're going to be playing against Little Williams.
I think for me, when I think of the Phillip Rivers, it's like, what an insult and spit in the face to all the other quarterbacks. Like, wow. All the people that barely missed the cut or, third stringer on somebody else's team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is Richardson, is he in that bad of shape? I heard they say the thing smacked back and hit him in the eye, but I mean, that was like 4 weeks ago.
Broke his orbital bone.
That was like 4 weeks ago or something like that.
Cameron,
I thought that was just an excuse to keep him off the field.
Cameron, your bones don't heal like that, and certainly not your orbital bone.
I mean, he is 20.
Feel
what,
this
22.
bone right here. It's really, really thick.
I mean, he is 22, though. I mean,
he's 22, so his bone's not that thick. The orbital bone isn't thick as in his face.
No, I'm saying he heals a hell of a lot quicker than Phillip Rivers gonna heal. I tell you that.
Oh yeah, no, Phillip Rivers is going to. He's not. I mean, if he comes out there, it will be entertainment, but it will be like, oh.
It's gonna be a bad look. It's gonna be a bad look.
Wow.
Which of these coaches are on the hot seat, man? Is John Harbaugh on the hot seat with the Ravens?
For sure.
Now you wouldn't hear this the last 3 years, and I've been saying this dude's on the hot seat. You wouldn't hear no word of it. But now that you've seen reports that fans are booing him and fans are calling for his head, are you willing to say Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat?
He's on the hot seat.
Would you hire Mike Tomlin as a head coach?
If the team had a quarterback, absolutely.
Is Aaron Glenn on the hot seat?
No.
You don't think Aaron Glenn's on the hot seat?
No.
The Jets are 3-10.
They gave him Justin Fields to work with. The owner already said that was my bad. I'm not blaming Aaron Glenn for that.
Oh, the owner came out. Why did the owner do him like that? Why the owner do him like that? If we had a quarterback, putting up better numbers than this guy, that was gold. That was flat out gold. Why the owner do him like that?
Because he disappointed him so greatly. He all that money, like, wow, really?
Brian Dable, we know is gone. So, what is the best job out there available? If the Steelers get rid of Tomlin, which I'm not sure they'll to do, if the Ravens got rid of Harbaugh, the Dolphins got rid of McDaniel, and the Jets or the Giants job is available, what's the best job out there?
The Giants.
Giants is the best job out there. They got the better D.
That's the only one with a stable quarterback that you don't know for sure is not worth the salt. I think everyone's a little bit high on Jackson Dart. I think he did some things here and there. I'm not really.
He showed you he can play. He showed the league he can play the game. So I think he'll be good. We got some games. We got some good football this week. Coming up this week, we got some of the big games, or the games I identified as games of the week, are the Chargers versus Chiefs. Who you got in this one? The Chiefs, obviously, as we talked, playing for their lives.
I got the Chargers putting a stake in their heart.
I mean, Herbert is playing hobbled, but
he got hobbled on Monday.
He was hobbled on Monday. Another game we got coming up this weekend. Speaking of teams that you believe in, you already mentioned you don't believe in the Broncos. Do you believe in the Green Bay Packers? Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Do you believe in them?
Don't know what to make of Jordan Love, so no.
You don't know him to make of Jordan Love?
No.
He just had some big wins. Jordan Love wins big games. What are you questioning about Jordan Love? What are your concerns?
Consistency and reliability. Sometimes he looks phenomenal. Sometimes he looks like, wow, what is this? Don't really like that for my franchise quarterback, so to speak.
So you're not happy with Jordan Love's consistency. Is this what you're telling the people?
That is exactly what I'm telling the people, yeah.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jordan Love and his work right now. This season, Jordan Love is 9-3, and they have a tie with the Dallas Cowboys. Your Dallas Cowboys. What aren't you? He's 9-3. What more consistency do you want from the dude? He's won his last 4 games
before Thanksgiving, and this last win what was that against the No.
They beat the Bears.
The
They
Bears,
beat the Bears. Beat the
Bears.
Lions.
The games before that, no, you didn't look great.
Okay, so we have to win what, style points, or do we have to? Is it a win's a win, or do we have to? You have to win by style points. What are you talking about?
There's loss to the Falcons or the Giants. There's a really bad loss in there.
They lost. They lost to the resurgent Carolina Panthers.
Oh.
Who the Panthers who are now above 500.
See how scared you were to even say that?
The Panthers who are above 500.
It just ruins your whole argument, huh? They lost to the Panthers, and who else?
They lost to the Eagles. Again, you for whatever reason you don't want to.
I didn't believe that's their real record. 9-3. Is that even really their record?
Oh, now we gotta look at
it. That's two losses. They had one loss before them 2 games.
Go ahead, look for yourself. Check for yourself. See, check for yourself. I want to know. You haven't given the people any concrete evidence why you don't believe on Jordan Love and the Packers.
Because
you can't. They have Josh Jacobs. They have a good running game. The receivers, okay, you can say the receivers are kind of suspect.
Yeah, let's look at that record. Okay.
You can say the receivers are suspect, but you know all about pedestrian receivers. So, what is it about Jordan Love? I think Jordan Love gets it done.
Because he is inconsistent. He's here sometimes, and sometimes he's not.
His record is 9-3-1. What about that says inconsistency? I'm not sure. What is it? Okay. He's on a 4-game winning streak.
So they lost to the Cleveland Browns, and then they tied with the Dallas Cowboys, and then they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. They beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Then they beat Pittsburgh. Then they lost to the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. They barely beat the Giants. And they went on a little bit of a run here. Okay, so they're at Denver. Get that one.
This is a big game.
This
is a big game for both of these teams. Now, so next week, would you say you have any belief or any faith in either one of these teams after if the Broncos beat the Packers, or do you have any more faith in Bo Nix, or if Jordan Love beat the Broncos, do you have any more faith in Jordan Love? The answer's still going to be no.
A little bit because he had beaten a very good defense, a very solid defense, perhaps a number 1 defense in the league. Top 3 on anyone's list.
That's gonna be a great game, though. I think that's going to be a really good game on Sunday. The Packers versus the Broncos, and we got the Lions and the Rams. I think the Lions are playing for their playoffs lives. The Rams, obviously, the Rams are just solid. I think Sean McVay is pushing for this Matthew Stafford as an MVP because they get close to the goal line. I'd be pissed off as I was a running back. They get close to the goal line and they just keep chucking it up, regardless who's up. Devontae Adams is guarding, or is guarding Devontae Adams. They just keep chucking it up. What's your thoughts on the Rams?
Yeah, he's just channeling his inner Mike Martz. You know what I'm saying? If you had a quarterback and receivers that can do it, then, Devontae on one side, Puka on the other side, yeah. That might be a little bit better than, Kyron Williams and, Blake Corum.
You got a point there, I guess. Here, I'm going to show you my supremacy rankings and let you chew this up however you like. Let me pull it up here. Here's my supremacy rankings. The AFC, I got the Patriots, Broncos, Bills, Jaguars, and Chargers. The NFC, I got the Rams, Seahawks, Packers, Eagles, and 49ers. Which would you move around?
Don't think I have a problem with either one of those.
And for the NFL as a whole, I got the Rams, Seahawks, Patriots. It shouldn't be the Bears. The Bears shouldn't be there. That was my mistake. The Broncos and the Packers. That should be the Broncos or the Packers in that spot. I didn't change that one. That's my bad. But I think the Rams right now are definitely the class of the NFL. Any objection there?
No objections. They beat the Seahawks head to head, but I'm hoping that the margin that you're talking about is pretty slim. I hope it's not like a walk off.
No, I mean they meet again, right? They play again. Is it the last game of the season or the second to last game of the season? They meet again.
No, they'll meet in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be a barn burner.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be a barn burner. So I think that's going to be really crazy. Man, so a lot has happened since you've been on the show, specifically this season. It's been a wild year. Obviously, we had the whole Kawhi situation. I don't know if you've shared your thoughts on the Kawhi situation with aspiration with society, or what's your thoughts on the Clippers and Chris Paul situation? Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Well, I have always thought that with regards to actual salary, that owners should be able to say, hey, I'm not going to give you $50 million in this thing, and I am a multi-billionaire, and if you want to perhaps take a little bit less and invest a little bit of what perhaps I would have given you into this thing, I think at the end of the day we'll get to the same place. So I've never really had a problem with that. Is it circumventing the salary cap? Well, I mean, to a certain extent, yeah. If you give someone $28 million to a company that is now defunct and they don't have to do anything, I mean, that's kind of like, back in the days when those college recruits used to have, they used to be armadillo inspectors making like $5-6 grand a month.
Or sweeping the gym floor at midnight.
Yeah, in a place where there are no armadillos. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see what you're saying, for, payroll and bookkeeping purposes, sure. We'll throw it on there like that. It certainly got the season off to kind of a bad, weird start. Oh, thank you. Thank you, SB. So it certainly got this season off to a weird start, but I mean, I told you in August, man, that group of expendables that they put together, man, it's going to break down. And I told you that they're old and they don't want to see any team that can run up and down the court. And since that point, Bradley Beal, my hip. Chris Paul, I don't get along with y'all. Nobody gets along with Chris Paul. They already knew that. Just because you're bringing back one of the franchise's greatest players in his season in the league doesn't really mean anything. But I think more what this season has exposed is the worst trade in NBA history.
No, come on. Now, we were doing the show when that trade went down. We can't say it's the worst trade in NBA history for the simple fact that 99% of the GMs would have made the same move had they been faced with that situation.
You want to know why you can say it's the worst trade in the history of the NBA? Because they gave up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and 5 first-round picks for Paul George. Paul George is no longer on the team. And those last couple of picks, Cameron, I don't know if you've seen that dude from BYU play yet. But if they get in the lottery and the Clippers are suddenly lottery potential, they get into the lottery and get that dude from BYU to go with Chet and Shea and Jalen and Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, whoever.
So listen. So you're looking at the results though. You're looking at the results 7 years later.
Man.
In hindsight, anybody in hindsight, sure, it was a dumb decision.
Check this out. I feel bad for Steve Ballmer because he has such a great business acumen. He's worth $100 billion. But this sports thing is different, man. The sports thing is different. And They re-up to Kawhi again. So he's untradeable. They don't have any other things. James Harden's going out there for 45 a night, and it don't mean nothing.
So you're not even respecting the man for going out and catching it every night?
I respect him for getting his 45 a night, but it don't mean nothing. It doesn't translate to wins.
Oh my goodness. Is there any hope for these guys this season or next season? Yeah.
There's no hope for the Clippers this season. The hope is they're not so bad that they fall into the lottery and give Oklahoma City a lottery pick in addition to Shea, in addition to the other picks, because their teams are going to be so bad that you're just giving them gold.
And they're terrible. And they're terrible. So speaking of OKC, I started off the show asking the question, do we like the dynasty, if you will? Like they beat the Phoenix Suns by 50 tonight, 49 points. Do we like this dynasty that we're seeing?
We're not in a dynasty age,
well,
Cam.
Okay. Well, do we like the dominance that this team is showing?
In regular season, it's great.
Oh, wow. Wait, are you calling the defending champs horse boo-boo for what they're doing?
Absolutely not. They are 24-1, and their point differential is off the charts.
You went there for the point differential. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm going to come back to the point differential, though. Go ahead. What you're saying is what?
I'll see you in the second round of the Western Conference playoffs.
You didn't just say that.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't just say that Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champs, are a second-round exit in the NBA playoffs.
No, I didn't say that. I said I will see you in the second round.
Like Houston or Denver?
One of those, quite possibly. Which one, I don't know. But it's going to be one of those.
I mean, are you sure Denver can make it? I mean, Jokic is going to be exhausted by that time. April?
Pretty sure they can make it there.
By April, Jokic's dragging these.
Pretty sure they can make it there. And I don't know if you remember last year, but if it wasn't for Aaron Gordon limping around on half a hamstring and still put up 16, it was Game 7, and it was a nail biter.
Oh boy! Oh my goodness! So are you trying to say that this championship that the OKC Thunder have is felonious? Because now you're going to say that the Pacers had injured. The Pacers were dealing with injuries too.
Where are you getting that? All I said is
I just listened to the tone of your voice.
I said I will see you in the second round.
Oof. Cleveland coming for OKC Thunder. So the KD going to the Warriors? Like obviously
KD going to the Rockets or
no. I'm saying KD going to the Warriors. Like, did we enjoy those 2 seasons of NBA basketball where there was dominance out there?
I loved it.
But you don't love this OKC Thunder. You don't see they're on the same level because their point differential that you just brought up is higher than anybody else's.
Well, the Golden State Warriors team had the 2 best shooters in the world and Kevin Durant on it. And Draymond Green, they can guard 5 positions. The Oklahoma City Thunder
might be better.
Will not go there. Not even close. I will not even entertain the idea that this team is better than the team with Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson on it.
You might well just keep your eyes open because I'm not sure on the face of it if I can't say that. I can't say that. I'm not so sure. You keep your eyes open. I'm not sure by the end of this run that they won't be better than most teams that we recognize. And just because the team is so deep, and as you notice, or as you mentioned already, should they get their hands on a top 10 pick next year, let alone 3 of the top
You're projected
12
way,
picks.
way out. I'm just talking about the second round of this season, 2026.
Man, come on,
round
man.
playoff.
Come on, that's disrespectful, Cleveland. That's disrespectful to say that the NBA champions with the returning MVP on it is facing the second round knockout. That's disrespectful.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said I am not going to anoint or crown them until you get to the second round of the Western Conference players.
Yeah. I'm interested. Are you buying into this tournament, the NBA Cup?
It's getting a little bit more traction. It's getting a little bit more exciting.
Your Lakers are down. Last I saw, they were down 10 to the Spurs. Something I'm really interested in seeing how these young Spurs compete, even without their big guy. But are you happy with what the Lakers are doing? Are you liking the Luka grandson of Jarrell combo?
Love the firepower, yeah. You better come out ready to do some things, and if not, I mean, that's quite a bit of stopping.
You see from Derek Queen, have you noticed what Derek Queen is doing? He had a triple-double against the Spurs the other night. Have you noticed his game?
I have noticed Derek Queen's game. They gave up way too much to get him. So sorry.
What do you mean gave up way too much to get him? He's out here balling. They traded up. They traded up to get him.
And what was the trade?
I don't remember exact trade. What did
it was an unprotected first round pick from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
Would you give up a number 1 pick in the draft in the 2026 draft to get Derek Queen? I wouldn't.
So, but they moved up because they saw that they identified the talent they wanted.
Pick in the 2026 NBA draft to get Derek Queen? I wouldn't.
You just say it's too much, but he's balling. You gotta give the kid credit for doing what he's doing. Never mind. Who knows what that draft pick is? Who knows what they're gonna do with that draft pick? Who's it going to turn out to be? How they're going to turn out to be? Derek Queen showed that he's a baller, and they went and got him. Is he going to replace Zion? Is he going to move Zion out, or are they going to try to run him and Zion? What you think?
For some reason, they are still stuck on the Zion experiment. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's because of his, fantastic athletic ability when he's able to, walk and chew bubble gum, but most of the time he's just sitting over there in the trainer's room.
I mean, that might have something to do with it. Giannis apparently, his group has told the Milwaukee Bucks that he's not going to resign. I guess the truth to come when they put the contract on the table. Who should go after Giannis? Or where do you expect Giannis to end up? Giannis's brother is having a pop-up shop in Brooklyn this weekend. Giannis bought a $14 million apartment complex in Brooklyn. Where do you expect Giannis to go next year?
San Antonio or Houston?
Ooh. But what can Houston? What would you give up if you were Houston?
Everything except for Amen Thompson and Kevin Durant.
You said everything but? I mean,
anything but, I should say. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, if I was San Antonio, I'd have already been on the phone. I mean, they can offer their point guards, really. That'd be, but that him and Wemby, I'd rather see him in Houston, but still, that's, oh my goodness. I think that they're giving up too much. Whatever Milwaukee would ask for.
I'm giving them too much for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You gotta have some team, just when your guy.
Right, yeah, which is why I said Amen and Kevin Durant are staying.
That's enough. You don't even need
Sengun, Shepard, Tyrese, and they're gone.
Is that next season or this season? When did that happen?
This season. It's happening this season. Once he gets back in his, the calf strain, because now everyone, equates the calf strain to 26 rupturing your Achilles. Yeah, man. Calf strain is almost like a mild Achilles tear, right?
Right nowadays, right.
So until you get back from that, it can run up and down and still do Giannis stuff. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on JJ? You happy with JJ? 57 and 39 right now.
He's cool. He's doing, he's doing his thing.
I mean, they almost getting doubled up by the Spurs right now. This shouldn't be happening.
I'm not privy to watching the game. Is everyone playing and healthy?
I mean, Reeves is out there. I seen Luka was just out the free throw line. DeAndre Ayton's out. That matters. DeAndre Ayton and Luka.
Did the Kings send this one out?
I mean, who knows what that dude nowadays? He's here. He plays one game, then another game he doesn't play. He scores 8 points one game, then he goes 24.
You make him sound like Kawhi Leonard, man. Come on.
Who knows about this dude?
You make him sound like Kawhi Leonard out here.
Man, I mean, that's where we're about right now.
Are we to that Kawhi standard? That's horrible.
That's what we're about right now. Cleveland, man. Well, let's make this real quick. We're gonna let me give a shout out to the Great American Casino right now. I'm recording live at the Great American Casino where they have awesome happy hour specials. It's actually a casino, as the name says. They have bonus free play Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Qualified players can earn up to $1,000 in free play. They have 2 winners every hour. This is a Great American Casino, 14040 Interurban Avenue South in Tukwila, Washington, 98168. That's the Great American Casino. Come down there and check them out. 14040 Interurban Avenue South, Tukwila, Washington. Shout out to the great folks at the Great American Casino. This week in history, Cleveland, the 13th Amendment was ratified back in December 6, 1865. U.S. Congress ratified the slavery or abolished slavery nationwide, making a historic turning point in freedom. December 7th, 1874, white Democrats killed 75 Republicans in a massacre in Vicksburg, Mississippi, 1874. December 8th, 1987, Kurt Liddell Schmoke was inaugurated as the first African-American mayor of Baltimore, Maryland. Schmoke, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Wasn't that in Indiana?
No, first mayor, Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
And December 10, 1950, Ralph Bunche was awarded Nobel Peace Prize achievement for first African American to win the Nobel Peace Prize, setting a precedent for global recognition.
Can I throw one more out there, Cam?
What else you got for us?
December 10th, 2009, Barack Obama wins Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, even better. Way to go. Cleveland, lots to talk about in the boxing world. No, Pitbull had a rematch. You didn't watch Pitbull over the weekend?
So sorry. There's nothing to talk about in boxing.
You're not interested in Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, December 19th?
Not
really. Yeah, sometimes.
I'm sorry to poo-poo on that direction you were going, but yeah, there's no boxing news.
What about Noe Inoue versus David Picasso?
Who you say?
Noe Inoue.
No, are you sure that's how you pronounce it?
That's exactly how you pronounce it. It's a Japanese boxer. Have you seen him fight?
No. It's not moving the needle. Sorry.
How does Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez? Did that move the needle?
Well, that's a little different.
How did that move the needle?
Fimo about to beat up Tupac is what's about to happen.
Man, please. Man.
Fimo about to beat up Tupac is what's about to happen on that one.
December 31 in New York. Shakur versus Teofimo is going down. This is a big fight right here.
Mhm.
This is a big fight, and it's not one of those fights that when Mayweather fought Pacquiao that was 5 years overdue. This fight is right on time. Neither one of these guys is old. Fimo got a couple L's on, or got an L on him anyway. He's not just going to be able to touch Shakur. Shakur is going to dominate this fight, fans. I tell you today, December 10th, we're 8 weeks ahead of the fight. Shakur is going to dominate the fight. Teofimo is not going to be able to get close to him. And to a lot of fans, like Cleveland, partial boxing fans, they're going to think it's a boring fight because he's going to stick and move all night long. How do you see? Is that not how you see the fight going?
10th round knockout by Fimo.
Oh, you're crazy. You are crazy. He's going to have to hit him. You think Teofimo, he doesn't have one punch knockout power, but he does have some power. I don't think he can knock out Shakur in one punch. I mean, that's a surprise. But it's not like he's going to be able to beat him.
Tupac, huh? Unlike the real Tupac, this Tupac ain't never been hit.
Because the game is in boxing is hit and not get hit.
Okay, well, Fimo's going to hit it. It's going to hurt.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one, though. That's worth looking at in boxing. You know, Anderson Silva versus Tyrone Woodley on the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua card. You're not interested in that at all? You don't even know who those guys are, do you?
I do know who Anderson Spider-Man Silva is, and I do know who Woodley is. They were both great UFC fighters. This is boxing, and that was like 10 years ago. No, I'm not interested in watching that.
You're missing out, buddy. Cleveland, let the people know where they can find you, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man. The fans have missed you. Let the people know where they can find you.
At Cleveland _the_author on Instagram. Clevie Wonder on TikTok. That's where you can find me.
How's the book writing going?
Everything is content is what I say these days. Got a few subjects working around. Still trying to shop the screenplay for the Life and Times of a Sports Gambler, so things are good.
And your fantasy squad? How is your fantasy squad before I let you go?
Man, got a had a rough one last week. Had my number one bell cow running back had a bye. Wow, in a weird time of the season. So I ended up taking an L, but we'll rebound in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs, so.
You made the playoffs. Oh, you did make the playoffs.
I did make the playoffs, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're not 1 or 2, I don't really know where the rest of you guys stand.
Okay, well, great.
And I don't know where the rest of you guys stand. Cleveland, as you know, I like to give the This Week in History and like to end the show with a quote. And the quote I was going to end the show with tonight is one for everybody. Nice and simple. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. That's from Theodore Roosevelt. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. That's with anything. If you think you can do it, you can do it. You have the mental capacity to get it done. You have the willpower to get it done. So positive thoughts will help you get it done, Mr. Cleveland. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. As always, fans, we're here every week. Though you watching on H&B Media TV, you can also find us on Voice of the Fans TV and as well as Culture Flix TV or Culture Flix app. Please download the Culture Flix app, which you can find us on as well. Thank you guys for your time. As always, thank you for making our voice your choice.